Problem with trying to do this is getting the courage to freaking talk. Okay. It's like every time. It doesn't help I'm trying to record on this wobbly ass thing. So if I move the wrong way, my camera's moving too. Anyway, hello. My name's Laquita. My in-game name for Summoner's War is Epic. This is just a brain dump video to let all you guys know basically what the plan is for the channel. So my basic idea is starting with scheduling. Wednesdays, I plan on doing Read With Me Wednesdays. I'm not a very strong reader, but I do enjoy reading. So it'll only be one book per video, depending on how long the books are and whether I can fit more than one into an episode. Thursdays, I would like to be Throwback Thursdays. So basically those videos are going to be, we go back as far as elementary school and take recommendations. We'll read elementary school books, kids books, whatever from way back in the day. Again, I'll take all recommendations. Saturdays are going to be Summoner's War Saturdays. So for my Summoner's War viewers, those are going to be the days of content. Sundays are going to be Write With Me Sundays. A little thing about myself, I have been wanting to publish a book for about 14 years. And so I feel like as I grow as a person and learn, I can have you guys write with me and teach me what I might be doing wrong. And the same thing for the Summoner's War portion of the channel. If I'm doing something wrong, or if I feel, or not if I feel, but if you feel that there's something I could be doing better, hey, teach me. We can grow together. Mondays and Thursdays, I'm thinking about doing streams on Twitch. I'm not 100% sure because I don't really have the materials to do streams right yet. So once I get the proper, what is the word I'm looking for? When I get the proper equipment, I'll start doing streams Mondays and Thursdays. Basically siege days. So there's that. I was thinking about doing a book haul, but I don't have that many physical copies of books. But alright, let's see here. So one of the rules I have for me reading is that I would rather go into it blind, so I don't read anything about the book. If the title and the cover interest me, that's all that matters. I don't have any specific genres that I'm into right yet. So again, if the cover interests me and if the title interests me, we go from there. I'm gonna start with the books that I've already read and I plan on rereading. So we're gonna start with Mystic and Her Sister. These were recommended. I'm not even gonna say recommended. They were demanded to be read by Jesse from Bowties and Books, one of the people that I watch on BookTube. So you have Upon a Burning Throne, and you have Her Sister, Dark Queen Rises. I plan on reading these again. only because I was intimidated by their size. So I ended up buying the audiobook for Upon a Burning Throne. Being that I couldn't give it the proper attention that it deserved, I felt that I needed to reread it. A Dark Queen Rises, I attempted to read, but I couldn't immerse myself into the world. So I really want to reread these. From what I did catch, they are really, really, they're good. They're good. The world building is amazing. The characters are amazing. I'll let you know now that my favorite character so far is Wrath. I'm not going to tell you who he is, what role he plays. Just know I like him as a character. But these two, I plan on rereading again. I'm sorry that the lighting is so shitty. I'm trying to keep an eye on my kids on top of recording this. So next in line is another recommendation from Jessie. I think this was recommended by another booktuber that I watch, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So the Gilded Ones. And that's what we're gonna go with. As I was scrolling through Amazon, I came across this. It's called the Jasmine Throne. Again, I don't know what the book's about. I just love the cover art. The name of the title of the book is interesting, so I grabbed it. Yet another recommendation by Jessie is so Blackwater Sister is another recommendation they made. Another one. Ties That Tether is another recommendation. Oh my god, why is my lighting such butt? Let's see if I do this. If that will. Okay. No. Why does my life hate me? Ties That Tether is another recommendation. Again, scrolling through Amazon while I was putting these books in my cart, I came across Girl with Stars in Her Eyes. For some reason I want to say this was a recommendation, but I'm not 100% sure. I just know that when I was putting Ties That Tether into my cart and I was going through like the recommended reads that comes up, this was one of them. The title of it sounded interesting. The cover art is I love it. It's really pretty. I love the cover art. So I was like, hey, guess what? I'm taking this. I just realized I went completely out of order. Whatever. It's done, it's over with. Another book. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I did start to read this, but I stopped because I wanted to have content for the channel. So I only read like the first chapter, basically, introducing the main character and what she planned on doing with her little project. Sorry. Again, with the scrolling through Amazon books for one of the recommendations, there's Two Can Keep a Secret. Don't know what it's about. Currently in my TBR wish list, there are 4 other books by the same author that I have waiting to take my money, which I'm hoping that if I like this, I can go ahead and go through with buying them. Knowing me, I'm probably just going to buy them and read them anyway, even if I don't like this. So, there's that. Another recommendation from Jessie is The Conductors. I listened to the audiobook. So, spoilers. I fucking love this book, but I plan on rereading it. The Conductor, I can actually tell you about this one. The Conductors is about African American slaves who can perform magic by using, what did they call them? Sigils, star sigils. And the main character, I really like hers because she has this thing around her neck, and it has the sigil sewn into it. So when she touches it, it activates it, and it's really, really cool. And like, oh, I want to say so much, but I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm not really good at like summarizing books and stuff. And oh my gosh, but it's amazing. Like, her husband is cool. Her husband reminds me of my husband. Let's just say that. But, I mean, you gotta know him to understand what I mean. But it's a, it kind of has like a murder mystery kind of thing to it. I might be explaining it wrong, so don't listen to me 100%. But I highly recommend reading this. Like I said, I listened to the audiobook, so I wanted to read the physical copy of the book for myself. And like, another thing I got out of it was that African American magic users specifically use star constellations, while the white man uses wands or something like that. And I guess it's like, there's some kind of magic in here that can't be used. Oh, I feel so bad trying to explain it. I'm not doing this book justice at all. Just read it. Just read it. Let me shut the hell up. Just read it. Just read it. This is a recommendation from, I can't remember her name. If I can remember her name, I'll put her name somewhere right here for you guys. The Bear and the Nightingale was a recommendation from one of the booktubers that I watched. Again, I had no idea what it's about. It just sounds really good, so I'm gonna read it. Yet another recommendation is one to watch. I do know that it is some kind of a, how does she explain it? A rom-com romance kind of thing. What really caught my attention was the fact that the main character is a big girl. So I'm like, ooh, interest. I don't even care that it's a romance. I just like the fact that the main character is a big girl. So I want to see what happens. I want to see how she carries herself and see if it can help me to be proud of who I am. We're not gonna go into that. I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Another recommendation was another little thing about myself. I'm into cold case files, unsolved mysteries, and stuff like that. Horror. I mean, this, I don't think this book is under that, but okay. So another recommendation. I guess there is a defense called the Gone Girl defense, and it was based off of this book. So, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Her name, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this stuff. This book, Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I got into Lisa Jewell's books because my sister, every year she goes out of town, and this year in particular, she was like, Sissy, do you want anything while I'm out of town? I was like, not really. You know, I'm getting into reading again if you want to give me a book. So she ended up getting me this lovely work by Lisa Jewell, The Invisible Girl. Highly recommend reading, by the way. So I don't know what She Was Gone is about, but The Invisible Girl is about a teenager who runs away from home, and she ends up, I wouldn't necessarily say she ran away from home, but she ended up growing a connection to being outside rather than being in the house. There was a reason for it. I can't remember 100% what the reason was, but the first third of the book goes behind her and then a couple other characters so that you get to know who the characters are. So it does start really slow. But once you get past that part, it's a punch in the face. It goes all downhill from there. One of the characters, and I told my sister this, I was like, you gotta root for the awkward one, because it's always the awkward one that gets blamed for something, and usually it's not their fault. So, ended up rooting for the awkward one. The awkward one ended up getting out of the situation that he was in, and it made me a happy fat lady. It made me a happy fat lady. Okay, I probably don't want to start doing that. That's not a good thing. Be happy in your skin. We'll start with that. I see you over there. Be happy in your skin. You're fine. Yeah, so I rooted for the awkward guy. The awkward guy got out of the situation he was in. Completely off from what I was talking about, but the teenager that the book is based off of, from her point of view, she ends up seeing all this stuff go on, and she tells you from her point of view what actually happened as the story progresses. But it's a really good book. I highly recommend it. I do plan on rereading this so that I can give you guys a better a better rundown of the book. Hi, my love. Aria's Traveling Bookshop. There's a piece in the back of here. Hold on. Like, one of the reasons why I was inspired to actually get writing was because of try to get into the thing, but it was saying how they're looking for writers, so now I'm really trying to get into writing and getting my work done so that I can try to publish a book. Another book from my pile is Behind Closed Doors. I already read this one. Was a recommendation by Jessie. And this one is called How We Fight for Our Lives. Honestly, I think I'm going to give this a reread only because I did read it, but I don't remember exactly what happened. So we can look forward to having this in a video. Follow Me to Ground. I think this was a recommendation also. If it was, I can't remember who recommended it. I do plan on rereading this, but when I did read it the first time, it was really interesting. Let's just say that it like, I already have 7 IQ. This book really toyed with my mind. So I really want to give this book a reread, and hopefully my brain won't derp as bad as it did the first time. Last but not least, Song of the Forever Rains. I read this already. Really, really good book. Main character is my favorite character. And for my first read with me video, it's gonna be the reread of this because I have her sister coming in the mail hopefully sometime next week and hopefully before we move. So basically this is a fantasy about a family that a trio of sisters who were born with the magic of gods. And in their time, magic hasn't really been used. So they actually have to keep their powers a secret. Like nobody can know about their powers. This book follows the youngest sister of the trio who sings, and that activates her magic. Anybody who isn't of the supernatural realm can't listen to their music without passing out. My brain just farted. Oh my god, I love this book. I love the characters. I love the world building. The main character is my favorite character because of how sassy she is. Her sister, I'm happy I don't have a trio of sisters because the sisters in this book, I would probably throw one of them off of a cliff with the way they act. I swear. Like I already have a really bad temper. So me having any kind of sisters like the three in this book, I would probably be in jail. I would be in a prison somewhere with shackles on my ankles because of the fact of how I would treat these sisters. Anyway, the love interest also kind of made me mad, but at the same time, the problems he has to deal with. See, I don't want to say too much because, like, again, I'm not good with summarizing books, but I just, please, like, as Jesse did with The Burning Throne and A Dark Queen Rises, I'm doing the same thing. Demanding recommendation. Song of the Forever Rain. Highly recommended. Again, this is going to be spoilers. The first book I read for my Read With Me series. Only because I have this thing where I have to watch or read something that comes in a series if something new comes in. So, for example, like the Avengers movies, I had to binge watch all the Avengers movies before the next one came out. So I'm doing the same thing with these ones. I'm going to reread Song of the Forever Rain, and then I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like Dance of the Burning something. I can't remember it, but it's supposed to be coming in the mail sometime either this week or next week. Definitely next week. I just realized today's Thursday when I'm recording this. So those are all of my books. Is there anything else I want to talk about in this video? I think that's it. So that is all for me for today. I don't know when the videos will actually be starting to come in, only because we plan on moving. So if I can get videos out, then I can get videos out. If not, then it's only because we're moving and it'll be a little bit before we can actually like record anything. And even then, if I can record anything, it probably won't go with the schedule that I plan. So it'll probably be like sporadic video uploads until everything is said and done. And then we'll go with the schedule as planned. So my brain's not working. I'm trying to think. So go ahead, leave a comment down below. Let me know if there's any book recommendations that you have, or any like Summoner's War content that you want to see, leave the video a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you know when the next time is that I will be uploading. Again, my name's Sequita, and I am